All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform that gives you quality news and information on every activities happening and trending in Biafran territory. Do not forget to subscribe to this video, to this channel, and also turn on your notifications so that you will get notified whenever we drop our spanking news. Now let us go straight up to the issue. We promise not to waste any time on this one because a lot is happening in Biafraland currently, and as I'm talking to you, people are really getting scared, because of the buying of the so-called military, the zoo military, the terrorist zoo military that have been buying innocent people, innocent Biafran in Biafran land. Yesterday at Nnewi, something happened, something really fearful happened at Nnewi roundabout there, where the army officers buy them about 2 persons. And later on that same yesterday, it was reported in Ebonyi state that 4 innocent Biafrans were shot by the zoo terrorist security agencies. They shot 4 of them, 4 innocent Biafrans, 4 innocent young men, promising young men who were going about their normal daily to daily activities. They were shot, and luckily about 3 were taken to the hospital. We've not gotten any information concerning the 3 that were taken to the hospital, but 1 died at that spot. 1 person instantly died at that spot. And this reminds me of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko, and what he has been standing for, the reason why he has continued to fight, both those who claim that they are fighting for the interest of Biafra but are in no evidence, fighting for the interest of our people. The Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has been an enemy to so many people only because he chose the path of fighting for freedom. It is actually a very painful thing. I saw something on the comment section where I think it's the DOS and their cartel members were saying that they've kept the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa quiet or off social media for 2 days now. So this actually brought to my attention that why most of them has actually been getting the little views they've been getting is because of the Prime Minister. So their own agenda is to use their hate against the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko, to get popularity and to make money. This is the kind of people who claim that they are fighting for the interest of Biafra. But thank God we continue to see these people, and we continue to see their likes and what they represent. They do not represent the interest of Biafrans, that is for sure. They do not represent the interest of Biafrans. They are only fighting for themselves, and they are only fighting for what they will eat. That is that on that issue. So it is going hot in Biafran land, and people currently are scared, as the matter may be. People are really scared. But we continue to call on the Biafran Liberation Army and the Biafran Resistance Fighter and the Biafran Defense Forces, to continue to help protect our land, because that is the most important thing. Now let us hear the other issues, the main issues that we need to address today. Now the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko has spoken.
This is how they were laughing. And when we started the countdown, when MNK was kidnapped to the election after he gave to Mazi David, our honorable, and then we listened to few concerns from Biafrans, as we call it a day. They were my minister.
They And just like my minister said, that they kept laughing. And while they laugh, they eventually see results of what they are laughing at. And then, knowing fully well that they cannot do anything about it, they go with envy and they start to attack. And then while they're attacking it, they're attacking the success we make. There will be open doors for another success story. So it is success story all the way. There where they never imagined anybody would get to. Just like I told Biafrans this morning, they were only in an awareness thought of having a genuine, movement to restore Biafra. For them, it was all an awareness. And this awareness, our Prime Minister came and saw it. Remember, he told our leader, Mazin Namdekano, that if there is nothing on this table, I will bring something. Eventually, he came and he saw that on that table there was nothing. Because if there was something on that table, Mazin Namdekano would not be crying and saying, I need men, I need men, I need men. That were to be looked for were busy, chasing rats, when the fire was burning the house. He decided to man the. We don't need to talk too much because you are all aware of all these things and you are a witness to it. So you're all welcome to tonight's space. I give the mic to my beloved brother, David Nana, who eventually, after he finished talking, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, my Deputy Minister of Telecommunications. Deputy Minister, thank you for being here. My Minister of Information, the best Minister of Information this government can have. Mazi Sonny will be described as consistency personified. You have been there from the very first go, from the very first time, and your consistency have been able to demonstrate how resilient you are in relation to this freedom that the Biafran people are yearning for. I want to appreciate you, not because there is something that is uncommon or that is something has happened, but for the fact that Biafrans love their Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister serve as an engine room for the day-to-day activities of minister. And it's very important that we understand that this time there is a difference between a government and a group. Immediately, Biafrans were showing concern, even including non-Biafrans as well, because without the Prime Minister, those bloggers don't have any topic to be able to speak on the social media. And every one of them was like, everywhere was silent because they wanted to have topic to speak on their, on their channels, on their platforms, so that they can make $1 or $2 for themselves. And fortunately, Biafrans waited patiently, and to demonstrate how our government works, the COS just came out and released, a memo to tell Biafran that the Prime Minister is okay. And you are here, the Minister of Information, doing what you know how to do best, setting up this space as well in order to is well that our Prime Minister is on Biafra national assignment. And one thing happened. You see, while the Prime Minister have been away for from hours, the Nigerian government are afraid because they don't know actually what is happening at this particular time. And you can see they are also mute. Their newspapers do not have any news to carry because they actually know that Simon Ekpa is away because he's cooking something big and they are expecting that something. Hear from you, our Minister of Telecommunications, and to know that our Prime Minister is well. I want to appreciate everyone. I want to, to make this question to our Minister of Telecommunication. Sir, please, what do you think is the significance of these few hours? General, from the general public, and as well, do you think that without the Prime Minister, these bloggers don't have anything to offer to the Nigerian state in order to make money for themselves? While you are pondering over this question, I want to add that Biafrans all over the world love what the government is doing. Biafrans all over the world appreciate the good and enormous work which you guys at the government are doing. And we want you to continue. We want the world to understand that the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic media today, Biafrans were so eager to hear from him. Biafrans were so eager to at least irrespective of wherever he is, but unfortunately we couldn't get that. But we are still getting the message from him, from the government officials who are here. And that is what demonstrates that Biafrans all over the world are appreciative of what the Prime Minister is doing in regards to our freedom. And 2nd of December is very much close and very much going to celebrate in a very special way. So I want to appreciate you, my Minister of Information, and the Deputy.
Question. Hold on first. Let us answer the first one before we forget. And that first one, we are going to answer it with a rendition. This rendition will give us the pathway to the answer to that question. Everyone should listen up.
Biafraland calling, let's make it our norm. Biafra, we must get freedom. No matter the challenge, we couldn't push through. Biafra free.
Thank you so much. Biafra freedom is our dream true, and no matter the challenge, we go push through. Aha! They gossip, they gossip, they go they cry. Left, right, center, they go to discuss. Simon Ekpa will be making the difference. So, since the emergence of Biafra again after the genocidal war, you've seen how our Owazirike ended up because they used his most trusted men on ground to weaken him. They paid them off till they brought the last man standing into him inside detention, and those that did it were bragging. And then they kidnap him now. First, they tried to kill him before, and then God wicks his life away and still made him Anna's very, very convincing of a Biafra restoration like this. So the Nigerian war media and their likes, they will be happy when they don't hear from him and when they don't see him. One, thinking that the doom, they see that without Simon Ekpa, one Nigeria would have crushed all Biafrans, and they would have even taken Biafra and taken the lives of all the Nigerian people. Yet, as they are making Biafra, go take refuge. Because this Nigeria, every day, everything they go worse too. So let's see now. Let us be skeptical. If Simon restore the Biafra, we'll go see. If he not restore, well, we'll go see where our life. Then maybe we'll go activate Japa syndrome. If not to Japa go Cameroon or Japa go Kavanjan or Japa go Sierra Leone, if we go walk, they go see. As it stands now, there is confusion in the enemy's camp. Just like when Mazen Namdekan will be coming live, and then after then, he will be off for like a week. And the day he will announce he's coming live, some of them will be listening from their wardrobe and from toilet. They will be shivering because they don't know the kind of fire that is coming out with. They are confused as we speak now. So the message to them is that they should go and buckle up because the fire that the prime minister is coming up with, Eco Pentecost, Ike will be double. That is why I tell you guys, he's on national assignment. He's going for fortification. By the time he comes back, we are ahead of December. We have to go and refortify and come back in full force so that we go balance well. Because when you heard of our PM tell you that there will be Odeshi will be activated in Finland Convention. Yes, we have to work on it. So when people don't see my prime minister, I don't be coming to ask too many questions. We have to do many things so that things will be in order, everything will set. So that by the time you come there, you will just be walking in like a. So the zoo journalists will be thinking that, oh, maybe their salaries will not be coming anymore. No, they should prepare and wait because my prime minister will give a press release very soon. We are here to keep the tempo burning. Thank you, Mazi. What's the other question you said they came up with in the program?
Yes, the other question, do you, from the first day that our prime minister took over the mantle of this restoration, do you have premonition? restore God's kingdom on this planet Earth? Do you have that premonition? Then, thank you.
To your tent, O Israel, go and defend your motherland. When the likes of my grandfather lineage was about coming back, he was slaughtered in the Lagos Bridge when you heard of the General Achibong. Okay. Was able to stand ground and to still make things happen. I don't speak based on what I hear. I speak from the loins, the blood that flows in me from first-hand information. So, knowing and seeing the Prime Minister coming up after MNK was kidnapped, everyone could vary amongst all that have come up for Biafra before. No, no. And get to understand that there is this ingenuity in the Prime Minister. When something is genuine, you don't DOS to the strategies of the Prime Minister. You will understand. Okay, let us now say, let's compare. A man that can achieve anything he wants to achieve with able hands around him. But when you have rodents, you have ants, you have snakes that will swallow the entire office and swallow the entire chief of staff and swallow the biggest body to be able to make something out. That's why MNK was not able to make anything out. And some people will be looking at his 15 years of voyage to have been kind of unfruitful. No, it is because of the people that surrounds him. But look at the Prime Minister. When he entered in 2019, which they said COVID-19, he made a stand and said, I need just few years. And in the first year, you saw his stand. When MNK was kidnapped, the first thing was for us to keep the momentum of the ESN fundraising. They wanted to scrap it. Then people were laughing at us. We come on fundraising, we see few people, we continue. The most bad time was that time. Man, they just they scattered, they go this way, they go this way. But at that very point, we were still able to gather some people, convince them to see that fundraising still go on, to maintain and to keep the ESN, some of them that did not go wayward to enter the hands of the DOS, to be sold to the Nigerian government. When you told us that we should hand over these men to them, for them to be paying them on monthly basis, it is not a lie. It is truth. All the weapons we had in Abia State and Anambra, they handed them over to one Nigerian government. So he was confessing what they had done. It was nothing like that. But now, after then, the Prime Minister said, Anambra election will not hold. We stood our ground to the end. We got into 2023 election of presidential. We stood our ground to the end. And every other strides that he has brought to the table and achieved. No one can doubt and say, oh, this. Their locks and be able to tell which dice will give them what they want when they cast it on the floor.
I have read some history, and you came from Aquacross. I have not come across an Aquacross man, even during the eternal leaders fight for our freedom, sabotaging the restoration or the freedom of his people. Something happened along the line that I don't want to mention name. To be part of what you are doing. What do you think derailed him? Because from your side of the Biafraland, it was never recorded in history that Saboteur has emerged from there. But in his own case, how did it happen? Did you call him? And what was his response? Thank you.
What was the name of the Secretary General of the Biafran Federation under our General Ojukwu? It was, is it Akpanotop? Okay, many of you may not know. He was the Secretary General of the Biafran government. So after his name, he has his name, and I have my own name. So when you are talking of personal decisions in life, you don't go with it based on what your brother is doing or what your sister is doing. We just started the Biafran self-referendum, and every man carries one vote. It is not the decision of my mother or my siblings and defended motherland, not even his stand can determine where I am going. Even as I listen to him and hear how convincing he preached and educated me about the Biafran cause. But I have to, at the end of the day, take my personal decision. This is what everybody should learn from the Prime Minister. Prime Minister did not, because of all the good life that he found in Finland, decided to be so comfortable in Finland. Our supreme leader did not, with everything he has achieved in life, brother or what he's doing, that is my cause. It is what I determined to do for the people of Biafra. And that is what the Prime Minister is doing. And that is what our Supreme Leader is doing. And that is what our Eternal Leader did. How many of you remember that our Eternal Leader had to make use of some of his father's resources to see that Biafra have a way? This was a sacrifice he had to do. If you have to get him on track. So this is a personal decision. Maybe the father will say, okay, what you're using now, it is what should have been your own share. I started thinking about how rich he should be, but what he was thinking of, I can't fold my arms and watch and see my people slaughtered. It is better we fight to the last man standing than to watch and see our babies and children and men slaughtered in the name of one Nigeria. So he had to do what he had to do. So it is a personal decision thing that we have to take. It is not what my brother say. It is not what my sister say. My brothers and sisters and my parents, they how you want to contribute, how you want to upheld the plight of the finance minister for us to get more money, for us to see the way forward to Finland. Yes. Ask more
Okay.
questions, bordering on things that will bring us money.
Okay.
I'm just a little finger. Don't ponder on me again. Let's ponder on the achievement of the government.
Okay. My question to we had meeting this evening, and some of the members were asking for the convention, or we know the convention will start on the 29th and 30th is Saturday. Would there be any provision, because most of them are looking towards that? Do you know,
As
sir?
we speak now, the website is still open for every donations that will come to the Biafran government. Even on the day of the convention, we still accept fundraising. After the convention, we still accept. The ways and manners you make your donations and send your money, try to activate any of them and then push the money. The money will come over. But the public fundraising that we are working on, this money. But we may not have everybody available to participate in all the events as it goes now, looking at the time pace to the convention. But the people that will be available to moderate some things. But everything can go on because we need the money from left, right, center. The de facto government money. The Prime Minister may call the Finance Minister now and say we need $10,000 to offset bills in the lobbies department. We need 10. Okay, let me remind us something. When we were in Helsinki in 2023, the very night that we unveiled the Biafra Defense Forces, do you think that the Zoo terrorist army went to sleep? The Zoo terrorist army will not go to sleep. They will come and try their luck, if not that night or the next night. So we must be at alert. We must in order that we can make use of it anytime. So as we will be in Finland convention, our eyes will not be. So everything will be playing out because these are the times you will see the enemies of Biafra wants to try what they have not tried before because they will think that your attention is all focused in Finland. So everything still goes on until John Buffalo. You're not there? DJ Simon. DJ Simon, over to you. DJ Simon, over to you. You're not ready? We go to Stanley. Stanley, over to you. Is it that some of you don't remember the name you put on your profile again, that you forget your name when I call? Stanley, are you there? Okay,
Yeah,
over to you.
I think the Minister of Information. I just want to thank you people for the great job you people have been doing. It's not really easy to serve the public in every activities and updating us on how things have been going and posting and also trying to encourage the Biafrans, especially this period, you know, that there are so many attacks and so many tensions, you know. So I just want to, I don't really have a question because I know and I believe what you guys said. I'm only here to, you know, thank you people and say, may God continue to protect each and every one. Propaganda. This is the only thing they know they can say, and maybe they'll be able to dent our image or the image of our prime minister. We are not killing our people. We are only killing the armed men in Biafraland. And the reason
Please
is that
put it well.
there
Put
cannot
it
be.
well. We are not.
We're actually trying to make sure we eliminate every single terrorist and their enablers. Because some of these people we call our brothers being the Bubago to our land. Because this Bubago them and these vigilantes, being that they've already known one or two places in our land, Hamagana, Nabai. So now they are now like informants and enablers. And look for something else to do, instead of them coming around and working, enabling these terrorists. They are not there to favor us. They are not working for us. They are not there to protect our interests. They have contributed in the disappearance of young people. They have contributed in some of our people that are still locked up in various barracks in Nigeria, and some that have been taken to Abuja that have been there for years. This particular Elubago and the vigilantes have contributed in a lot of evil and wickedness in our land. So I don't pity them in any way. So we don't kill innocent civilians. We don't kill our fellow Biafrans. We only kill those ones that we know that works with terrorists. Because if your brother, don't have to consider him as a brother anymore. Because if you continue to accommodate him as your brother, he will sell you out and you'll be killed, which these vigilantes, just because they work with the Nigeria terrorist army and police. They even intimidate people. If you have a misunderstanding with them, they will tag you and tag you ESN. You might be clean, you might not have anything or affiliation with ESN, but just because they know they cannot do any harm, tag you. This is common with this security apparatus and the embargo them that works with these military terrorists. That many people I know have disappeared because they have challenge with these people and they were tagged ESN. So anybody saying they are killing our people is all lies. If they kill anybody, if the BLA cannot wake up from their camp and walk into your home and kill somebody, it's not possible. They cannot stood manaka rocha except misonandine swimi na bye. So whoever going around telling you we are killing our people is just a propaganda to tarnish our image. And I'm still using this opportunity to tell you people, if any of your brothers or siblings or friend or whoever you know is among this Ebobago and all this vigilante that is working with Nigeria terrorist army and police, tell him to quit. Because why I'm saying is that we never start. So this crying that just happened this yesterday and today, it is just the beginning. I don't want a situation where be tomorrow again. There can never be two captains in the ship.
The clap is a warning of roundup.
Okay, so we have been there for since 2019 because of agitation. We need them to be released. Nigeria government is never going to release them. We need to restore the sovereignty of Biafra for them to be released. So it is in every part of the world. Some of them committed crime, but Nigeria is what to commit those crimes. We have so many reasons to restore Biafra. We cannot be in a country where terrorists are being celebrated.
Up because there are many hands up there. Okay, not just those that their siblings are wearing the uniform of Ibobago. If your siblings are also wearing the, because we don't have ESN again. The ESN that we had when Mazinam Dikano was kidnapped metamorphosed into the Biafra Defense Forces. And so any other thing that is parading is or herself as ESN, you are working for one Nigeria and you are the enemy of this very government. So when we classify Ebubago and every terrorist wearing uniforms for one Nigeria, you are amongst them because you are not with the Biafra Defense Forces. So when one Nigeria come to engage or that name, they are going to validate the existence of Biafra government. But we are the one that are legitimizing them. We are going to make sure we finish them and they will run out because it is a war of attrition. They will fight till there are no man standing for them to continue the fight, and then they will pack their load and leave. Buffalo, over to you.
Thank you for a wonderful and great job that you are doing with all the members of the cabinet. Before I proceed, I want to say that 387 people on this space, and I can see that 1,651 have. If that is the case, how would other people be able to, see what is going on here if we that are here that cannot share this very space? It makes no sense that you are here as part of all that. I really want to say that we have come to a time that everybody should realize that what is happening now is well anticipated for those who are well embraced with what freedom fighting entails, and is likely going to, get more intense. That we might even begin to see, a whole community or even a whole town sing a different song, but that will not stop what we are doing. It doesn't matter. Just like our leader, wherever you are, especially those in homeland, the propaganda that is going on right now, yes, they should continue. They are helping us to do the needful, unknown to